Hey folks, Joshua here. Welcome back to Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. We've headed out, replacing Ruchelet with our friend Regil, and we are going to make our way over to the Hell Knights outpost to find out what's going on here. However, before we do that, we're going to get everybody set up and rested at the Court of Whimsy for the rest bonus that we can get there. And there may or may not be an event waiting for us here. It seems there is not. Okay. Let's correct our formation here. In the front, we want, I think, Wenduog. Then these three can be like this. The problem here... I think I'll actually have Ivu over here, and then we're also going to need you to summon your mount and figure out where he goes. Let's have you mount up. And then, yeah, very big, and we need you near the front lines. In fact, it's too big now, because he's a small character, but I need him mounted. Where can I stick you? So we're gonna need an even wider formation here, I think. Let's rethink this. So we definitely want Wenduog up front. We want Orlin on a flank, not too far behind her. And we want Sela on a flank, not too far behind her, right? Their horses should normally be behind them. Yeah, let's see if that much is right.
By your order.
Is that Meadow? Okay, Meadow and Orlin, that's good. And then, yeah, after that, we need quite a bit of room for you and Bismuth, huh? So I think you're going to be there. We'll actually pop you over by one like that. And then we'll have everybody else behind Wenduog. So we need you to have clear lines of sight. And we need you to have clear lines of sight for potential breath weapons, and you can be a little bit back. You need more room than that, don't you? So I guess we put Orlin on a far left flank like that.
Let us
See what this looks like. Okay, you're still taking up almost too much room on Bismuth here. But yeah, you can charge, you can charge, you can charge, you can shoot. Wenduog, maybe I move her just a little bit out from in front of Ember, like this. Just a little bit. And then we could even move everybody back by one. Yeah, Regil and Bismuth are just so enormous, it's sort of hard to set them up.
Let's move.
Yeah, that's the full width setup. We need a fairly broad front for this to work. That gives her room to move, her room to move. The three mounted can all charge. Yeah, that's pretty solid. I could move Darren back even more and change up how that works a little bit. So I could move her in and then move Ivu over next to Ember. Yeah, I actually like that. So we'll move you directly into the center. We'll move you right next to Ember because you're teeny tiny. And then you can be back here. And then this becomes our formation with this group. This actually, I quite like this. It's very wide, which is going to be often hard to use. I don't know if Wenduog is far enough forward. I think she is. It's just that bismuth being so huge makes it hard to see. Okay, so this is fine. We'll have to remount after we rest, so let's take our rest here. We'll take you off and not make any kind of food snacks. Let's begin resting. Resting here also clears our abyssal corruption, as does resting in camp.
I thought gnomes were silly little moles who only knew how to enjoy themselves. I didn't know there were any worthwhile people among them.
Your ignorance of surface people is telling.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, so let's set up here. Let's get people loaded and buffed. I might need to fix my buffs as well. So yes, mount.
No reason to pause.
Mount, and you know what? Let's do this.
I stand ready.
You get mounted. We'll check our buff setup here. So mostly I want to check. Yeah, I don't know why, but every time we resummon bismuth, he gets wrecked. So resistance, virtue, and what's the other one? Guidance? Where's guidance? Here. It looks like we're set up just fine. Do I need a line weapon here on Regil? Probably. Either a line weapon or maybe... Oh, he's already got Crusader's Edge. It's a Bane weapon against evil outsiders, but that's not... Yeah, that's not necessarily the same thing. Crusader's Edge can't go on Wendawag, but we could align weapon here on you. So let's do that. Mostly we're fighting against DR Good. Your stuff is already like that. I wonder if you can align their bite weapons. I don't know, maybe? Regardless, there's our 24 hours of buffs. Let us head out into the world and see what we can do. I have to admit, I am curious about Camelia's story, but I'm not willing to put her in the party if that's what's required to find out about it. I imagine some of it will be revealed eventually. Let's quick save here. I think we popped over into a new day. We did. Let's take a look at what we can do here for the Crusade. All right, the Royal Court's help is complete. Mercenaries hired by influential people from the capital have arrived in Dresden. We pick up 15 hedge knights and 30 headhunters. Okay, and an archaeologist has arrived. We could take a quick trip home and deal with this real quick. In terms of decrees, paladins and marksmen for 2 grand. There's fates of various things we found, artifact things we found. But we were saving up to buy buildings, right? So maybe not. With that completed, let's go to the campaign. And then we should have some stuff here. What is this? Mongrel sharpshooters showed up. Okay. For some reason, we have multiple stacks of these. I don't know why they'd be in different armies. We got 60 mongrel sharpshooters. And then our hedge knights and headhunters showed up. You guys can go there. The hedge knights would have to head out to join Nisa. Or no, Nisa's already in. Yeah, they would have to head out. Do I want to send these guys out for something? Because I have the clerics in here, but they're not that good. Let's look at what these sharpshooters do. Yeah, before I make any moves, let's call this the reinforcements. And we might send them out in a bit. So we have the Irregulars army. We can pop these guys in here, disband this. Now we're back to something more manageable. Okay, so the Mongrel Sharpshooters. Speed 6, very low. 49 hit points, about what we've come to expect. Like, a little bit stronger than some. Mid AC, mid to low AC. A 14 to attack with decent damage. They have the Lust for Battle ability. Unit can make an additional action after destroying an enemy unit. That's sort of interesting. Now, how do we get more of them? Are they recruitable? They might be recruitable. Okay. Looks like we can now get 6 Church Guards a week in addition to our usual Hedge Knights and Marksmen. And this week, the mercenaries up for grabs are the Headhunters, some Champions, and some Hell Knights. Hell Knights, very strong. I'd like to pick them up. We do have some Headhunters. I'd like them as well. But I might not be able to buy that much this week because we're saving up for buildings. We're already sending out the Hedge Knights and likely the Marksmen. And I probably want to start building up a stack of Church Guards since I can only get 6 per week. So I might be spending everything on this and not so much on this. We could convert some of our 200 grand into finances, but I think we got to stop that. We got to stop doing that. Or maybe not. Maybe it's fine. I don't know. I know I don't really want the Champions. I'd like the Hell Knights, and I'd like the Headhunters too. In terms of things we're going to send out right now, it's going to be... Let's get the Hedge Knights. We can get 12 of them. And let's get... I can't get them all. What do I need here? 3,000? All right, I'll bite the bullet and get a little bit more finances going. What can I spend here? 20 grand? Sure. Okay. After this, I think I might have to pass up any more units to start building up my economy. I need more of those inns. I need more finance buildings because we're chronically low on finances. Let's send the reinforcements out to join Nisa at Gloomy Gorge. And we'll finish them tomorrow. Now, we don't have the... I know we needed 350 for some big building, so we'll hold off on that. It's going to take us at least 2 more days. I don't want to spend any more finances here. Did this go up? Yeah, we went up to 1,300 a day by finishing our first inn. So that's helpful, but I think we need more of those. Okay, let's get back to the party. I think we will take a quick stop at the command center here to see about this event. All right, who are you and what do you want? Lathamus. Lathamus? An older man in dusty traveling clothes waves at you. His face is tanned, but his gray eyes are bright.
Commander? Aren't you the commander? Well met. My name's Lathamus, the antiquarian. I study ancient relics. Perhaps you've heard of me, though if you haven't, it doesn't matter.
An antiquarian? Do you sell things? Lathamus shrugs.
Oh, yes, I don't. They call me the antiquarian because of my love for ancient items that might otherwise seem mundane and useless. Few understand the principles of archaeology. Sometimes even a shard from an old oil lamp is enough to shine light on the darkness of history.
I'm sorry, I haven't heard of you.
I don't chase glory. It's enough for me to know that I bring knowledge to the peoples of Golarion. Some have used my discoveries to earn fame and fortune, but I remain a simple antiquarian.
What brings you to my hall?
I'm planning a rather dangerous expedition, and I'll need the help of a strong, skilled warrior. Not without recompense, of course. I found an ancient map leading to a certain cave system, a dragon burial ground. But it wasn't merely a place where old dragons came to die. I have a theory that once upon a time, a great battle took place in these caves, and many relics and artifacts were left behind. You're waging a long and difficult war. Help me uncover the secrets of the dragon burial ground, and I'll give you all my savings. Believe me, I've earned a lot during my years of travel. All I need is for someone to clear the way down in the caves. Who knows what sort of demons are inhabiting that place now?
Any more details? Why do you want me to get involved personally? You could just ask me to send an armed escort with you. Lathamus looks around.
Don't think I'm trying to disparage them, but they're ordinary soldiers after all. What if we discover treasure down below? Will they resist the allure of gold for the sake of science? Will they keep our expedition a secret? What if my competitors promise them huge sums of money? No, I'm sorry, but I can only rely on someone who's trusted by the Queen.
Where did you get the map?
I bartered it from a ranger in exchange for an amulet. The ranger wasn't keen on going deeper into the world wound, but honestly, I doubt he even understood how valuable this map might be for science. I think he made a poor bargain.
Tell me more about your theory.
I'm interested in dragon history, from the days of Apsu and the creation of Dahak up to now. But dragons are reclusive creatures, and they don't enjoy discussing their history with strangers. Sure, we know about many historical conflicts involving dragons, but as for large-scale battles between dragons, they prefer to keep quiet about those, unless we historians remain in the dark.
Apsu, the Waybringer, is one of the oldest and mightiest creatures in existence. According to draconic lore, he and his mate Tiamat spawned the dragon gods who created the whole world. Apsu is the patron deity of all good and metallic dragons. He remains a father figure to almost all dragons, whom he loves as his children. He's numbered among the divine creatures which fought in the battle to defend all of creation against Rovagug. Unsurprisingly, most of Apsu's worshippers are metallic dragons. Few non-dragons take up his cause, although honorable humanoids with an interest in draconic lore have taken up his faith from time to time. They typically wear a gold dragon's foot brooch, or have other custom-made equipment in the shape of a dragon's foot. Golarion lacks much of a centralized church of Apsu. The largest congregation of humanoid Apsu worshippers on Golarion is known as the Platinum Band, which maintains relatively small centers of worship in Opara and Absalom. Dahak, the Sorrow Maker, is the god of evil dragons and the embodiment of all the worst qualities of dragonkind: rage, greed, pride, and the desire for destruction. With his father Apsu, he fought against Rovagug, but this was the last time the two dragon gods were on the same side. They are now mortal enemies locked in eternal conflict, and only a final, universe-spanning battle will end it. Dahak has no organized church, only scattered cults. Few mortals worship the Sorrow Maker, and those that do are mostly humanoid monsters, such as snakefolk and kobolds. They wear his symbol proudly, a flaming shooting star in the shape of a scale. The greatest achievement for Dahak's cultists is to sacrifice a metal dragon to him, and it is for this purpose that they unite in groups. Despite his chaotic nature, Dahak has made himself a lair in Hell. Asmodeus closely follows the course of the confrontation between Apsu and Dahak, and more than once has offered deals to both dragon gods, which they always reject.
And then suddenly I find a map that identifies this cave system and its surrounding area as a dragon burial ground. But mass burial sites are so uncharacteristic of their kind. Dragons are reclusive by nature, both in death and in life. I assume an ancient battlefield waits us there, but who fought whom and for what cause? That's what I have to find out. Can you imagine we could discover a brand new, hitherto unknown page of history?
I just read about Apsu and Dahak, but I'll see what he has to say about it.
Apsu is known as the god of metallic dragons. In the dawn of time, he was born from the purest waters, and together with his dreaded spouse, whose name I am afraid to say, he sired many creatures in the multitude of worlds. His kingdom lies far beyond this world, among flying islands and wandering stars. Dahak, his proud and fearless son, was one of the first dragon gods, but he chose the path of destruction instead of creation. He settled in hell, founding his own kingdom of flames and agony. Dahak fought alongside his father and the other gods to defeat Rovagug, yet after the battle he swore that one day he would return and destroy Apsu once and for all. He still dwells in his hellish palace, finding new ways to wreak havoc on Galarian. Such is his uncontrollable nature.
What do you hope to find there?
I seek evidence that a raging battle was fought there, and perhaps also evidence of the reasons for such a conflict. Dragons would not gather together for such a large battle over some petty, inconsequential feud. No, they must have had a serious reason, and that, perhaps, is the biggest mystery of all dragon kind.
I've heard enough.
And what is your decision?
Interesting. I'll help you.
Splendid.
Lathamus smiles, but the smile doesn't reach his observant gray eyes.
I shall immediately head to the cave entrance and wait you there. I think I can handle this part of the journey, but as for the dangers that wait down below, I'm afraid I know nothing about them.
Okay, another quest, and somebody else showed up here. Turta. Turta? Okay. Commander. The woman entering the room is horribly wounded. Her simple clothes are soaked with blood, her face beaten to a pulp, and one arm is twisted at an unnatural angle. She walks toward you, but her legs give out as she falls to the floor. Commander, it's Ember. Ember's been taken. Somebody help. She's wounded. One of the soldiers helps your guest up and hands her a healing potion. The woman drinks it and sighs with relief. She still looks terrible, but at least her wounds are no longer bleeding and she's standing on her own 2 feet. Thank you, Commander, but don't waste time on me. I don't deserve your kindness. You must save Ember. What happened to Ember? Baphomet cultists came to her sermon. They slaughtered everyone, took her off to their unholy shrine to sacrifice her. I can tell you where it is. I'm begging you, hurry. Hurry before they do something to her. Okay. We passed a perception check here. We'll come back to this. Baphomet cultists in Dresden? They're everywhere, Commander. The army, the bureaucracy, ordinary people. They have spies high and low, and they recruit those weak in spirit. Some of them get caught, but they're like mold. If you miss just one speck, it's not long before they spread everywhere again. Who did this to you? The cultists. They came to the sermon. They were armed. We couldn't do anything to stop them. I woke up surrounded by dead bodies. The cultists must have thought I was dead too. I ran straight here, but it's already been a few hours. The villains must be halfway to the shrine by now. You have to hurry. Who are you? I'm Turta. I'm a bricklayer. And that's not what I meant to say. I'm a pathetic sinner, not worthy of your attention. That little saint changed my life. She saved my soul, and I let those scumbags take her. How exactly do you know where the Shrine of Baphomet is? You're very perceptive, Commander. The woman lowers her head, stops for a moment, and then forces herself to continue, looking you straight in the eye. I didn't come here only to tell you about Ember's abduction, but also to surrender to the law. You should arrest me for treason. I'm a cultist of Baphomet. It's my fault Ember was taken. Why are you helping me if you're a cultist? I regret what I did. It doesn't absolve me of my guilt, but at least I can do some good before I accept my punishment. Give me details about your branch of the cult. I was recruited a few months back. I came to this city to work on a construction site. I was alone with no friends, no money. I met some nice people in the tavern. Her beaten face twists into a grimace. We spent some good times together, and they were always willing to help me any way they could. They even let me borrow money. Never asked for it back. I really thought I'd found friends. Then they started saying things about unfairness in the army. That Galfrey's a tyrant, and you're her executioner. That Fighting cultists is just slaughtering innocent people who see things a different way. I felt like something was off, but they were my friends. Well, didn't take even 2 months before I was kissing the hoof of Baphomet's statue in his shrine, swearing an oath to his warlord, Thasgarod. Break Baphomet's profane altar, destroy his cult, and punish me in front of everyone as an example to the rest. Thasgarod? I don't know the name. It's a powerful demon. I've only seen him once, and I was died of fear. He's huge. He breathes fire. He devours human souls. He's got an entire army of Templars at his command. And how did you end up at Ember's sermon? At first, I stayed away from her sermons, but the cult leaders kept a close eye on her. People flocked to her. Cultists dreamed of poaching a congregation, maybe even luring her to their side too. When she started saying prayers for the demon lords, we thought it'd be easy to entice them to our side. But we underestimated her. 5 spies, including me, infiltrated her congregation, and when the other cultists came for her, all 5 of us took up arms to protect her. Ember said prayers for demon lords? That can't be true. You didn't know? She's a true saint. I don't know what else to call her. She was offering up prayers for all the demon lords, Baphomet, Dascari, Articular, Cabriri, asking that they come to their senses and end this war, stop hurting people. She believes there's good in everyone, even in creatures who are evil incarnate. I don't know if anyone can make demons come to their senses, but she can do it with people. How could I keep her in Crusaders after I, along with the others, appealed to Baphomet's better nature? How could I ask him to repent and not repent myself? I see. I've decided what to do with you. I will humbly accept your decision, whatever it may be. Yeah, here's the truth. This is exactly what he was looking for at Terendalev's lair, that cultist there. From what she said, she lended aid and comfort, but didn't necessarily kill any Crusaders. I don't think she's done murders, right? And her coming here and telling us that Ember's been taken, like he's panicking, he wants to go save her, but 5 minutes of interrogation might make the difference in his strategic assessment or his tactical assessment, so he needed to interrogate her. But the fact that she came and told us, that she warned us, that she gave herself up, that her atonement seems legitimate. So that's a fair, I think for him, that's like, if you chose of your own free will and decided that you had been wrong, if you recognized your own error and have addressed it, that's enough for him. Depending on what you had done while you were making your mistakes, you might have to be put to death for that or punished in some way. But it sounds like most of what you did for the past couple of weeks was talk to bad people and swear oaths that you shouldn't have. And so you left the cult and atoned for your sins. You may go. Oh, thank you, Commander. You've been kinder to me than I deserve, but that is exactly what Ember teaches us to do. I'll do anything to keep others from falling into the cult's web. And you please save our little saint. She bows and leaves. Okay. We gotta go. Existing plans are put on hold. We are no longer going to deal with the Hell Knights. We are going to save the best girl. Immediately. So, yeah. Fortress gates. Who do we take with us here? We've got 3 melee. We got 4 melee and Darren. Without Ember, I feel like maybe we should take Nenio here rather than Arushale. I think we need a mage. She doesn't have the blessings here, but that's okay. Okay. Where is the Baphomet cultist lair that we need to get to save Little Ember? Baphomet Shrine. Okay. How are we getting there? Yeah, it doesn't look like we have a teleporter that can get us there very fast, so we're going the long way here. I feel like maybe one of these two or this one will have a... It's on this side of this this crevasse. So let's get here first. It'll take a day. Okay. Meanwhile, as the day goes over... Yeah, let's continue. Now this is starting to look like a pretty solid army, right? Yeah, our power goes up to 8 now. I like that quite a bit. Back to the party and continue on the way. I mean, the Hell Knight's outpost is on the way, but we're not stopping. We're not stopping. We're going after Ember. Random encounter. Okay. Straight into the fight. Oh boy, she's out front. That's not great. Okay, what are we dealing with? We've got Ash Giant Wrecker, Ash Giant Wrecker, and Ash Giant. Okay, what's the difference between an Ash Giant? You're 14 hit dice. The Wrecker's also... The Wrecker is... No, those are the two Ash Giants. What do the Wreckers have? Different features or something? Okay. Well... Which one is first here? That one? It's got a long way to go. Yeah, he's not going to get to do anything. So, Wendua, can you take out this fool? You can. What about if I point blank shot? You can still get 5. He's flat-footed at 19 AC. Let's take deadly aim as well. And let's kill this guy, I think, probably.
They'll beg me to stop.
A miss. 4 hits and he goes down. Love to see it. All right, what do we want to do with Ivu here? Justice is not mounted. The Wrecker's up next. Orlan's not on Meadow either. So can Justice and Ivu and Orlan and Darren take out this guy? Or are we going to be... Or is somebody who's standing in front of him? To take a big-ass hit. +21 AC, your attack is a +22. Yeah, we can use your power attack. You don't have a lot else going on, so, all right. Yeah, go take a bite. There's 19. This guy gets to move, but that's, I think, all he gets to do. Justice can smite evil here on his own? Or her own? Yeah, let's do some smite evil. And then let's go attack here. We only get 1 bite, but let's do it. Critical hit for 50 damage. Good girl. Okay, Darren, what do you want to do? This guy's a chaotic evil giant humanoid. Has no spell resistance. You could maximize a spell here. No spell resistance, no damage reduction, so you could maximize a spell. What does this work on? 6th level or lower. That's every spell you own. Okay. So heal and cure moderate wounds are not going to damage this thing. Yeah, these are all healing things. You do have a 4th level spell in Holy Smite. He's not an evil outsider, so Holy Smite will deal... Now, the problem with Holy Smite is it's a area effect, and you can't get far enough to exclude everyone else. Iva would be fine, but Justice would take damage, especially if I maximized it. I'm gonna go to 3rd level here and pick Searing Light. The touch attack. Creature takes 1d8 per 2 caster levels, so something like you're gonna take 5d8. Maximize that should be 40 damage, right? Yeah, exactly 40 damage, which leaves you with 42. I don't know if Orlin can... Unless he crits, I think this thing's gonna... Yeah, not being mounted here hurts. Unless he gets a big crit on this hit, that Wrecker's gonna get its turn, which is too bad, but it is what it is. Yeah, damn. 12 hit points left. We almost did it. All right, take your hits. Orlin took 44. Okay. Meadow, why don't you come finish up? This guy is targeting Wenduog for some reason. Okay, Regil is not mounted. What is this guy gonna do? I don't know, but probably we go after this one.
Retreat is not an option.
Hit for 29. Sela, you can take a full round here, so do it.
The inheritor, guide my blade.
Nice. And then Bismuth, I guess, can do this, and we'll see if Ninio can Phantasmal kill this guy. Yeah, just... She wants you to die, you die. Okay. Not too bad. Let's take all the loot. We have to rush to get Ember and rescue her, but let's take a second to set up here. Is anybody fatigued? I don't feel like it, right? Yeah, we gotta keep... I guess he's fatigued. So is he. Regardless...
To defeat an enemy, you must either break their body or crush their spirit. You must...
while we're on the move, we'll get everybody mounted up.
I will help where I can.
I'll have to do this again after a rest, but... and then we'll fix our formation here. Swap these two. Like that.
Onwards.
Yeah, that looks okay-ish. That looks okay-ish. Let's move out. Keep moving. Gotta go find Ember. Can't let her be sacrificed to Baphomet. Not cool, man. Not cool, cult. Okay. On the move. We will need to rest at some point, unfortunately. Random encounter. Okay, everybody's fatigued, but nobody should be exhausted yet. We're properly mounted this time. This shouldn't be too bad, I wouldn't think.
I'll bathe in your blood.
What are we dealing with? Undead? Bodax. Okay. Cool. Cleric. Dispelled somebody for some reason. All right. Yeah, we can start here with Regil. Not bad. They're dispelling... Yeah, they're dispelling our buffs, I guess. Let's have Darren move forward. And channel. Pretty decent. Orlin, who's up next? This guy? Come kill this guy. And you'll probably get this one too. Yep. God, he just cuts them into chunks. It's amazing. Where's the white brawler? Yeah. Seal and Justice deal with that. Not quite enough to kill. Wenduog. You could finish him. All right, finish him.
No match for me.
And you're close enough to get that guy too. God, Wenduog's so good. Nenio, we need... I don't think... This thing's mindless, right? So we need some kind of damage here. We could do Blinding Ray. I could turn her invisible. Can he be blinded? I think he can. Let's... I mean... What else have I got? Greater Heroism, Putrefaction, Sirocco? What is this? 46 fire damage and knocking them prone. All right. Can I get this without hitting anyone else? Yes. All right. Let's send some fire damage this guy's way. See how this goes. 25. And he falls prone. Love to see it. Oh, this is a permanent effect? Okay, well, I guess we're doing some range damage on that guy. Let's let him stand up here. You're gonna cast Hold Person? Okay. You have something for... You have a smite, right? Yeah, let's smite this guy. There he goes. Okay. And this... I didn't realize this Sirocco field was like, permanent or whatever.
Oh, yes, what?
How does this work? Lasts for 1 round per level. Any creature that takes damage from a Sirocco becomes fatigued or exhausted. Creatures with the water subtype take a -4 penalty on all saving throws. So it just creates an area of, like a whirlwind of fire. Is this only... Did he take another, some whatever... He did... So would the additional damage have happened on Nenio's turn? Round of exposure. So maybe if he'd stayed in the field until her next turn, he would have taken more damage. So it's like a damage field. That makes sense for a level 6 spell. Not just knocking them prone and the fatigue and exhausted, but like if you can lock them in there. Imagine throwing that like on top of like an entangle or something. Still, I need to get rid of it now. Okay. Let's take their garbage. And let's get out of here. There's a little bit more over here. All right, let's go. Or should I rest here? No, we weren't really far enough along. Push through the fatigue, guys. Ember's in danger. Ember's in danger. No, 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 no. Okay, there is now a demon army approaching. This is the gang. It's level 6. It's coming up towards what? It's coming up in this direction. So I think we want to move. We're not sure exactly where they're going to go, but yeah, we should have the, we have the finances we need now for the building we were looking at, and some other stuff is happening with the crusade. So I think we need to move Nisa, because she's the one we're trying to build up right now, to be able to intercept this army, which is either going to come up through Winter Sun or could swing down here towards our southeastern edge, but I think it's probably going to come up through Winter Sun here. Regardless, Nisa does not belong here, I don't think. Yeah. We need to at least get to Keeper's Canyon here with Nisa. Let's do that. And let's check the crusade mode here. We have an event. We have 2 events. Arrival of the child caravan. An entire group of children and adolescents has arrived in Dresden. The guards have taken care of them, but their leader is seeking an audience with the commander. All right, we'll have to deal with that when we get home. Spies of the Abyss have attempted to infiltrate Dresden to find out the commander's plans. It was only by chance that they were stopped. The officers have suggested an increase to security in anticipation of new attempts by the demons. Okay, so we have to make a decision here. We have to increase the number of interrogators, introduce collective responsibility, or select trustworthy soldiers who will keep an eye on their comrades. Okay, collective responsibility is a flat no, regardless of the choice effects. There's no way Orlin would choose that, which means it's between the other 2. More interrogators or trustworthy soldiers who look out for each other. Roleplay wise, I think either one is fine. I think personal connections matter to Orlin, so picking this would be fine, and then more interrogators, like assuming they're not torturing people, like just having more people to ask questions is fine. But let's take a look at the choice effects here. So the one I'm not going to choose adds 1,500 leadership points and deducts 200 military. Increasing the number of interrogators adds inquisitors. These are a spellcasting unit. 100 hit points and 17 AC. That's pretty solid. What do they get? They get divine favor. They can bless somebody with a +3 bonus to attack and saving throws for 3 rounds. And they get spellcaster slayer. What's interesting to me about divine favor is that the size of the stack doesn't matter, right? So like you could put one of these guys in the back line of an army and they'd probably get picked off, but as long as their initiative was high enough, which it probably wouldn't be, but like theoretically you could cast this spell on somebody at the start of combat and then it wouldn't matter what happened to the Inquisitor. What about the select trustworthy soldiers? Unlocks the senior comrades decree. Adds 1,000 leadership experience points and crusade morale increases by 30. Costs 1,000 finance and 10 energy. If we unlock Inquisitors and then they become available as mercenaries or something, I don't know that I want a big stack of them. Their tankiness is nice, but their initiative is trash. And I'm not a huge... I don't know that +3 bonus to attack is that good. Like our good units are up around 15, 16, so +3 maybe pops them up to 19. Like the good units have like 24 attack, 25 attack, 26 attack. This isn't that great. And then they can kill spellcasting. It's like, this is okay. Do I need more leadership experience? It's 1,000 points out of 300,000. It doesn't seem that good. Inquisitors. Or spend money for morale that's wasted and 1,000 leadership points. I don't love that. I mean, these are free units. I can always just, I can always send them to, you know what, that might be what I end up doing with them. There's a reserve. You can send troops to training to reserve for retraining, and then they become, I think, like marksmen and hedge knights and stuff. All right, I'll increase the number of interrogators here. The interrogators will search for spies tirelessly, and the executioners will brutally dispose of anyone guilty of treason. The soldiers will be afraid of disobeying orders and strive to show their loyalty. Okay. Let's look at decrees here. We have a rank up decree. We can rank up our diplomatic council. Let's get that going. And then the army here. We can replay Defenders of Freedom here. Get more Yama Azatas. Issue that decree every time it becomes available. Okay, that's fine. Let's go into Dresden here. We were going to build something else. Something that needed quite a bit of materials that we've saved up. So the Hall of Strategy's done, right? There was something with like 350 that we wanted. That I thought I wanted. The Mercenary Guild. An institution where the soldiers of fortune gather in anticipation of new contracts. Mercenary Guild increases the number of available mercenary units by 1. Yes. Okay, I do want to build this. Where do I want to put it? It's a single square. Teleportation circle, supply center. We don't need any adjacency bonuses here, so I'll throw this, I'll throw this down here. And then that'll take 5 days to build. But in the next week, we'll have... yeah, we have no material points now. Did I have exactly the number I needed? I guess I did. But next week, we'll have 4 mercenaries to choose from instead of 3. I might need to build more of these, but I need more finances first, or the slots are wasted. I did want to build the 1, but yeah, I need a lot more finances per day. So we got to build some more. I think they're inns or something. Okay. We need hospitals too. But the sooner I build my economy buildings, the sooner I can build and recruit more. We have the garrison archery range and the supply center. So let's just take a look here. I need a hospital as well at this location, but this place is not becoming an outpost. So what else could I build, theoretically, if I had a bunch of materials? I could build a spellcaster's lot. What do we have? The supply center, the archery range. I'm going to have to throw down a hospital, which means this could either be something that buffs the archery range, or it could be like a spellcaster's lodge here. Watchtower. Hospital costs 315.54. Recruit more stables, recruit more spellcasters, recruit more shield bearers. Citadels. Increase siege time, and then alchemist laboratory. Yeah, there's limits on what I can build here. So I'm definitely going to get the hospital. It looks like I cannot build another finance thing here. So am I right that you can't build... we did build one finance thing, and it was over to the west, I believe. I think it was here. Yeah, we built the inn and a hospital. So does that mean, can I not build... If I build an inn, can I not build garrisons? Is that what it is? No. Is there some rule about what I can place where? Like I built the inn, but I couldn't build an inn at the place we were just looking at before. An inn increases finance points income by 200 if there are no buildings that provide recruitment growth in the fort. So even though it says I can build these recruitment buildings, I don't think I can. I don't know if it'll actually let me. An inn increases finance points incomes by 200 if there are no buildings that provide recruitment growth in the fort. So anywhere that I build an inn, I can't have recruitment. So it's a trade-off. Okay. I don't know what else I can buy. I guess I can make more supply centers. I could make alchemist laboratories, maybe. So rushing to build all those garrison things. Okay, so the other places I can't build more inns. I can build more recruitment stuff, and I can build hospitals. But I can't build inns anywhere except a fort where I haven't built yet, because everywhere else I placed an archery range. So we need a new fort to build more finances. Ugh. Okay. All of these decisions happened after we rescued Ember, remember? We didn't just, or like a sub-commander, like Anevia made those decisions. Well, not Anevia. Somebody back home made those decisions based on instructions that Orlin had already come up with. Because we did not hesitate to go rescue our best girl. right, we got to figure out how to actually get to this shrine now. There it is. Okay. All right. So we're going to need a rest here because everybody's fatigued and stuff. And then what do we want for the shrine here? Night Watch. This is all fine. You don't really need too much help here. Shift 2, I guess, should be Regil. And then Nenio can help cook here. I don't think we want mulled wine. For the cultists, fast healing, bonus to AC. Cooking bonus to weapon damage rolls for the day is fun, right? Because cultists, I guess there is going to be a demon, though. Yeah, I forget the name, but the Turta lady told us that there was some named demon in here. So saving throws might be a thing to look for. Speed bonus could be helpful. Maybe onion soup. Saving throws against cultist spells and whatever the demon does. Like if it has some sort of mental saving throw against stuns or confusion. Yeah, I'm going to take onion soup here. Let's get that rest in.
If you want to survive, you need to hone your self-control. I can offer you some advice.
A Hell Knight teaching a paladin? Sounds like the start of a bad joke.
Success in every measure. And I'm afraid I'm going to have to do it to you again, folks. We're going to leave it on a cliffhanger here. Ember's life is in danger. She's been abducted by a cult. They're trying to sacrifice her. It took us a full day to get here. We had no choice but to rest, lest we enter fatigued and exhausted and unable to fight. Hopefully, it took them as much time to travel as it took us, as we were warned mere moments after she was abducted. So we're hot on their heels. Will we be able to rescue the best girl? Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z. I mean, on Josue's Let's Play of Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. As always, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this one. I'm looking forward to the next one. Hope you are too. We'll see you then. Take care. Bye.